Hey, what up, guys? This is Matt here with Just for Fun. Um, on my lunch break here, trying to get in a quick, maybe the deck tech in one video, something like that. See what we can do here. Um, Ew, gotta fix my tie. It looks terrible. Um, anyway, going to be showing you the green-white heroic deck. Sweet deck I played against in one of my last standard videos, and Ingress was nice enough to share his share his list with me. I've tweaked it just a little bit, not too much. It's very tricky in what it needs, but basically it's pretty similar to a blue-white heroic deck, but just a couple cards that kind of go over the top of that deck. And I've been playing with it. I played, maybe a handful of games, maybe like 10 matches at the most, and it's been winning pretty consistently out of nowhere, coming from behind, just does some crazy stuff, and it's a lot of fun. Most importantly, it's a lot of fun to play. It also gave me an excuse to trade for a set of windswept heaths. There are only 3 tickets as of today, so fairly good deal. It's not like they're gonna get lower, like get your fetches now. They'll go up later, I'm sure of it, when they stop printing this set. So you'll always have a use for these, and maybe now I can start doing some more things in Modern. But I want to pick up the rest of them clearly, but a little at a time. Money's always an issue. So for our mana base, 22 lands, 4 Blossoming Sands, 4 Heaths, mostly plains, a few forests, and there's not that many green cards in the deck, so you'll find you'll have more. I haven't had a single issue with mana in the deck yet. So if I played any more green cards, I feel like it would disrupt getting the double 2. So on the white end. So just like blue-white heroic, we've got a bunch of creatures with heroic. So we've got Favorite Hoplite and Trailblazer in the 1-drop spot, and in the 2-drop spot. This does not have heroic, but it might as well. Prowess is pretty close. Seeker of the Way, Phalanx Leader, which obviously puts counters on. Just, hey, counters for everybody. Hey, why not? Counter for you. Counter for you. And Fleecemane Lion, which is just a big dude, right? Just a big beefy 2-drop, works well in the deck. Once you make it hexproof and indestructible, you can load it up with pump spells, and there's not really much people can do about it. Abzan Falconer is 3 mana levitation in white with a 2/3 body attached to it. Basically, this is like everybody is going to have counters on them, right? So this comes into play and jumps your whole team. So this is one of the cards that helps you win out of nowhere. As far as the real reason for building this with green, it's Hardened Scales, and I've only got 2 in there, and I always want to draw this card, so I'm thinking about adding a 3rd, finding space for a 3rd, because it is just, it might be a little win more in a way, but if you can get this and Phalanx Leader into play, it's just insane. Every spell you cast adds 2 counters to everybody permanently, right? That's nuts for 1 mana. This card was pushed pretty hard. Also goes well with this other green card, Warrior's Lesson, because this can target 2 of your dudes at once. So let's say you have a Phalanx Leader and a Trailblazer, right? You target both of them, especially if you have Hardened Scales out, you're going to get just a crap load of counters, basically. And helps you draw more cards, draw more into more spells that do things. Same for Defiant Strike. It's a targeted pump spell, lets you draw into more. Ordeal is just a nice way to gain a ton of life. It helps you in racing. Between Seeker of the Way and Ordeal, you have a lot of gain life, so it really helps you in racing situations. I love going turn 1 Trailblazer into Ordeal. That's a very good start. Feat of Resistance does everything we want it to do. Protects our creatures, adds counters for Falconer purpose. You know, and Hardened Scales doubles it up, and lets you push through for a fatal attack. God's Willing, very similar. So pretty straightforward what the deck is trying to do. I've thrown together some kind of sideboard here. It's not complete by any means, and I'm open to suggestions. This card has been real powerful out of the board here. You can totally blow people out with this. I had a guy playing White Weenie yesterday who played Launch the Fleet on his 3 guys, and I cast this, and my 3 guys were Phalanx Leader, Laganaban Trailblazer, and Favored Hoplite. So I got counters for everybody, wrathed his board, basically countered his Launch the Fleet, and from there, it was pretty hard for him to come back from that. So it's sick card in this deck. 4th Lion. That was a weird match. I ended up boarding out my Lions because he had 4 main board Soldier of the Pantheon, so that didn't work out too well. Banishing Light as a catch-all, Glare of Heresy in White Mirror, Bondkin and Battle Priest I put in there because they have the same kind of ability. They're like counter lords like the Falconer, so I just thought, you know, maybe there's a time when they could be useful. Erase, you know, just basic stuff. Obviously this isn't totally well thought out, as there's only 12 cards. I haven't really been boarding heavily in most of the matches because I'm still trying to get a feel of the deck and what it's good against, what it's bad against, and so you know, obviously I could use some help with that. If you guys have any ideas, hit me up please. Thank you, and let's see if we can get a match in real quick.